Hey everyone, how are you? I just got back from the movie theater and I saw Inside Out. Oh, by the way, I like my haircut. And how about this Gengar shirt? I bought it at Spencer's. But anyway, you don't want to talk about that. We want to talk about the movie. Basically, the story is that a little girl named Riley has all these emotions: joy, of course, sadness, fear, anger, disgust. They help her out with how she wants to feel. Then they move to San Francisco and realize that life can be really tough when you're moving to a new place. But then sadness somehow screws things up by making a sad memory, well, making a happy memory actually sad. And then she screws everything up, and her and Joy get lost, and they have to get back to headquarters before Riley starts to forget about her happiness. So what I think of it, not only is this the best animated film of the year, this is the best film of the year so far. I mean, it's so emotionally moving. I think I almost cried a couple of times. All of the voice actors do fine. Amy Poehler was great as Joy. Phyllis Smith as Sadness, great. Mindy Kaling as Disgust, great. Bill Hader as Fear, great. Lewis Black. In fact, I actually watched a little bit of Lewis Black before watching this. But now that I've seen this, his character Anger has inspired me to watch so much more Lewis Black. I mean, Anger in this movie is freaking hilarious in this movie. The mind, Riley's mind, it's very clever. They have like different islands for each personality. For each personality that she has. That is so clever. The emotions too, they are so designed very cleverly and very legitimate with how they're feeling. Like Joy, for example, when she feels happy, she feels legitimately happy. When Sadness feels sad, she feels legitimately sad. I mean, I've never seen such cleverness in a movie like this. What else do I like? The humor, great. Some of the most sophisticated humor that I've ever seen, next to Lego Movie. I mean, no crude humor, no farting, no burping, all through pretty well done slapstick and very clever dialogue. And that mix, I think, is pulled off very well here. What else? And all of the characters are likable. Even Riley's imaginary friend that they come across, I'm not going to spoil who it is, but needless to say, he's a pretty fun character. I I loved this movie overall. And something I want to talk about before we go is with Pixar. This is probably their best film since Toy Story 3. What do I mean by this? Well, let me tell you the story about it. Because, I don't know, something happened with this company. Like, right after Toy Story 3, we just never... There was like a solid 4 years, I believe. Yeah, a solid 4 years where Pixar never released a good movie. DreamWorks was the one taking the gold, and Pixar was suffering. And which kind of shocks me, because I mean, I like DreamWorks too, but man, how can you beat Pixar? They have such... Their movies have such this incredible edge to it. This little edge that they put in their movies. And it just makes their movies much more adult and much more clever. And their use of CG animation for an animated movie is just great. But yeah, there was a solid 4 years after Toy Story 3 where Pixar released nothing but it was such a dark time that I can't even describe how bad they were doing. DreamWorks was the one that was, you know, releasing all the movies that we love. How to Train Your Dragon, Puss in Boots, Kung Fu Panda 2, The Croods. Yeah, so then 2015 came along with the release of the movie Home, which I never saw. But I heard it was not that good. So then they released this, and let me tell you, it was just a huge breath of fresh air for Pixar fans. I mean, this is the Pixar that I've been waiting for my entire life. Like, the Pixar that reached the same levels as like Ratatouille, WALL-E, the Toy Story films, The Incredibles, Up, A Bug's Life, Monsters, Inc. They're all great. So it was a huge breath of fresh air for Pixar fans, especially me. I mean, this movie just had everything that I would want in a Pixar film. Just great characters, great dialogue, great voice acting, great jokes, and great visuals, which is pretty much so obvious because Pixar is known for their amazing visuals as well, and their animation, which is great in all their movies, especially here. So yeah, and another thing, this was the movie that I wanted to see when I was a kid. You know what? That's why I love this movie. It just treated me like I was a little kid again. Looking back to all the memories I saw all the Pixar films for the first time, particularly Toy Story 2, which was the first movie I ever saw in my entire life, and the first movie I saw in theaters when I was like 6 months old. And I felt like It just got me back into loving Pixar. And it and also the thing but yeah, this movie not only has just great elements that in it that make me love it. But this is the film, aside from the Toy Story films, that shows, which shows that Pixar cannot be beat as one of the greatest animation studios of all time. I mean, nothing can top it. Or the Walt Disney Animation Studio. Nothing can top those two. And I really hope that we expect more stuff from them that can be as good as this movie. So, yeah, I loved it. So, check it out and decide for yourself decide for yourself what you think of it. And if you saw it, please put in the comments below what you thought of it. So yeah, that's my review of Inside Out. Loved it. 5 out of 5. Great movie overall. Check it out. See you guys later.